I'm not gonna even talk about politics no more, because all my shit done changed. Way I used to feel don't mean that's how the fuck I feel now. Like as a black person, I finally want motherfucking reparations now. It is now time for reparations. Look at white people. What? Yes. Sorry, white people. As a nigga, we didn't never say nothing about reparations, because we didn't know y'all had it like that. America handled a bunch of shit around the world. They got a lot of bills. But now wait a motherfucking minute. We done gave $300 billion to the Ukraine, and nobody in here has ever had Ukrainian food. No. It's reparations time. As a nigga, it's our money. And when do we need it? We didn't even rehearse that. That's how badly we need it. It's our money and we need it now. White people, we will take soul food and basketball out of this country so motherfucking fast. You'll be left with the 12 herbs and spices of the pilgrims. Keep fucking with niggas like this. The white people, here's the truth. They won't tell you this. Don't y'all want this slavery shit off you? Nobody in this building has ever had a motherfucking slave. White people, let's get that off of y'all once and for all. Here's what they won't tell you, white people. You pay that reparations, you can say nigger anytime you want to. You hear me? You just pay that reparations and see what happens.
No Katt season. It's his season, fam. I told you, shout out to the Chappelle, man. That's my GOAT. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, that's my GOAT. Shout out to Corey Holcomb, who clarified as to what had to be done, what was needful. He agreed with Katt's commentary on the ClubShayShay video, the ClubShayShay interview. Check the timeline on some commentary we did on that previously. But I want to now introduce another teaching point, talking point into the conversation surrounding Katt Williams. Because Katt Williams is a very interesting human being. Katt Williams is a pro-reparationist. Yes, he is. What do you mean pro-reparationist? Katt Williams believes in the R word. He believes in reparations for the fundamental Black Americans of America. Those that have a lineage wrapped up in chattel slavery, who have a legacy in the freed men of America. Martin Luther King Jr., may he rest in power, he was also a pro-reparationist.
Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we're coming to get our check.
Unlike many Democrats and Democratic shills of today, they are anti-reparationist. For example, Barack Hussein Obama. Many members of the Republican Party are anti-reparationist. I'm going to tread lightly on this one because I suspect that some white people that turn on the channel. I have no problem with that. Come on through. Please come on through. Like, subscribe, share the information. We're never being offensive here, family. We strictly are trying to bring up conversations which have been rid of the media in the last 60 years. I'm going to keep saying it because of CNN dropping its viewership, MSNBC dropping its viewership, cable network programs dropping. People are turning to other outlet forms of information. And now, because information is so free-flowing, we are having an honest conversation. You notice when he said that we need the money, he said that was not rehearsed, how the whole audience applauded and they stood. That's where they're at right now. You may not like it. I told you, you ain't got to like it or agree. And I understand. I understand. 80% of white America is against reparations, if not higher. I understand that. And I understand much of that is based upon not being educated on the topic properly, like a lot of black Americans are. As he said in the same video, he said, my views have changed, as mine have changed. I was once an anti-reparationist. I was against it until I sat down and began to study the topic at hand and to understand the blood debt, blood oath, the significance of it. Johnny Cochran, may he rest in power, was a reparationist. Before his untimely death, he was considering legal action against the federal government of America for reparations. Keep in mind, he was not suing the citizens, he was suing the government. And that's the same thing that Katt Wiliam makes mention here. He said no white person today had a slave, so we're not suing white people. But we are looking for restitution, a severance package in the form of reparations for these fundamental black Americans through that means. It's just that simple. So you may have understood or have heard the word, the R word, but you may have never really considered or studied and analyzed it. And I'm telling you right now, once you sit down and you analyze it, it's going to be hard to be an anti-reparationist when you consider the various people who have suffered tragedies at the hands of governments. All of them receive reparations, except for the only one will be the non-immigrants of America. That's the problem there, okay? So now, it's kind of hard to debate this, fam. You may not like it, I understand, but it's hard to debate simple facts, okay? So now, where are we at today? We see Katt Wiliam making these comments, and we appreciate Katt Wiliam for making these comments, okay? And before I close, I'll just say this. I'm not being rude, family. Trust me, I'm not. But I have to teach, and I have to pour this juice. And this is one of the most significant things that I can honestly say. I'm being real. I'm going to say as politely and properly as I can. But here's the juice. Most of white America's ailments, trials, and tribulations of today, such as the low negative birth rate, such as the fentanyl epidemic, such as the COVID pandemic. We did a video. Check the timeline. We showed you that C-19 ill-affected white America by 67% of the time. They represented 67% of the deaths in America. So when you consider all of these things, not to mention the lack of rest, the lack of sleep, the shame, the continual fighting and trying to defend this lineage, you can make it all right. You can honestly make it all right. You can get all of, I'm telling you no lie. I'm telling you no lie. You can get all of that off of you. That's exactly what No Cat is saying. That's why it's cat season. It's a no capping season. He's saying you can get all of that off of you as Abraham Lincoln prescribed, as Abraham Lincoln designed. Say what you want about the man. He prescribed it. He designed it. It was already in action. After his assassination, it was reversed. The action was reversed. Do your research on that. These are facts. So now, with that being said, it's going to be up to you to, reparate or repair the reparations that was already there. Now, I'm not trying to appeal to your moral side. Don't confuse me. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. I am not trying to appeal to any man or woman's moral side. I'm just pouring the juice. And I'm telling you, much of your burdens that you will bear witness to today, going on in the future from 2024, it will be at the back. It will be at the cause of the lack of reparations have been paid. It's just that simple. As No Cap Cat already said, get it off of you. That's the juice.
I'm not going to even talk